breaking news that's coming in from the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. There have been at least 5 missile attacks in the heart of Kyiv, the Ukrainian capital, this morning, with reports suggesting that there are several casualties expected. The attacks come within days of the attack on Russia's bridge across the Kerch Strait, which connects Crimea with mainland Russia. Crimea has been occupied by Russia since 2014, and one of the attacks on central Kyiv hit a popular park in downtown Kyiv, with residents in the city reporting several loud explosions. These are believed to be the most direct and concentrated attacks in downtown Kyiv, the Ukrainian capital, since the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war. The Kyiv Independent is also reporting missile strikes across Ukraine from Lviv in the west to Dnipro and Ternopil. All right, joining us on the broadcast, we have Mr. Rajiv Gupta. Thanks very much for being with us. All right, he's an Indian resident who's currently living in Kyiv. Thanks very much, Mr. Gupta, for speaking with us at this extremely difficult time. Can you tell us what's happening around you?
Yeah, the world's biggest terrorist, Putin, continue to terrorize the Ukrainian people. He start attacking the civilian areas of Kyiv. This morning in Kyiv and many cities of Ukraine began with numerous explosions in residential area and very, very center of the capital. Even the missile hit 1 kilometer from the residence of our ambassador, Indian ambassador. This was expected actually, you know, after the Crimea bridge, so everybody is morally prepared. The missile hit civilian targets and critical infrastructure that provides for civilians, including a thermal power plant. The terrorist Putin is trying to intimidate and break us. They cannot defeat Ukraine or us on the battlefield, so they fight civilians, women, children, and the elderly people. This is the essence of Putin and Russian state. Russian state I consider as a state of terrorism. I always amazing how India still cannot support Ukraine as desired.
Right, you're saying that these explosions have intensified over the course of the last couple of hours. You've been living there for several years now, as I understand it. You've spoken with NDTV before as well. I wanted to just ask you, there had been a brief lull as far as the war was concerned, but things have really escalated, in the last week or 10 days. Would you agree with that assessment?
No, it was continued. As I told you, Putin is like a terrorist. See, he comes with the idea that he wants to free Ukraine from some idiotic thought, like kind of he's like free Russian speaking people from Ukraine. Now he is hitting the particular zone where the most people, Russian speaking people, are living. So whatever he is telling is lie. He's a big liar. He's terrorizing the country. He wants to make his own imperia by destroying the Ukraine, and not only the Ukraine, the whole world. Whole world is suffering. He stopped so long the departure of ships for the grains to Africa. So this is a bloody thirsty Putin. He's totally a terrorist, and Russia is a terrorist country. If people support person like Putin, that they are also supporting his idea.
Right. Mr. Gupta, I also want to ask you, what is the kind of support that is being extended to the Indian diaspora in Kyiv at the moment? You also, earlier told us very worrying news of, a missile attack about a kilometer from where the Indian ambassador to Ukraine is. Where are you at the moment, and what is the kind of, support, if any, that is being extended to the Indian diaspora?
So actually, very, very few Indians are right now living in Ukraine, as the war is on the 7th or 8th month of the 8th month is going on. So hardly, maybe up to 20 Indians are living at present in Kyiv. So, and they are capable of take care of themselves. So in this way, embassy also cannot help. They are not having any magical stick to help Indian diaspora, because, as I told you, that one of the missiles landed 1 kilometer from our ambassador house. But he is in touch with us. He is a very nice person. He is trying to help us by all means. by communicating with all Indian diaspora, whoever is available in Kyiv.
Sure.
So
you're saying very few. You're saying very few people actually still left there. Most people have, of course, evacuated or left and gone to other places long ago. You continue to be in Kyiv at the moment?
Yeah, I will be here. I'm not afraid of terrorists like Putin.
Right.
I'm living in this country for last 34 years, and I will be here all the time, whatever it will be.
Right. But are you taking refuge in bunkers? I mean, what is the situation? Has the capital city completely shut down? Is it crippled, or are just parts of the city under siege? What can you tell us about the ground situation?
See, they cannot come by the army forces by foot. So whatever is coming is by the air. These are the missiles they are firing from the Belarusian borders. Or from the Black Sea or the Baltic Sea. So missiles are coming, sometimes anti-missile systems are working, sometimes not. But the major aim is thermal power stations for them at present, to create problem for the civilians.